the most popular fairy tales about AI marketing. As we know, when something completely new appears in the world, something that has never existed before, people react in different ways. Some people are frightened, others admire, others do not understand. All this variety of reactions generates a huge informational chaos. The most nervous people begin to share their fears, and the number of guesses, omissions, and misunderstandings is growing every day. In this situation, there are bound to be people for whom everything that happens is very profitable because they can spread gossip that is beneficial to them in order to direct people to the projects that they need. So it turns out that doubting people in fear make rash decisions. The most cynical people profit from other people's fears, and the most competent people distance themselves as much as possible from these scandals and fraudulent offers. This is exactly what happens in iMarketing during periods of technical failures and reconfigurations. What do we see now? iMarketing has gathered around itself a lot of active and capable partners around the world. Naturally, such a base of partners is a tasty morsel for other projects, both honest and fraudulent. Therefore, scammers diligently spread gossip about AI marketing, trying to pull people into their traps. Therefore, today on the AIM Radio we analyze the main messages about iMarketing and check how much truth and how much gossip is in them. So, fairy tale number one: the robot does not exist, they just collect money. When moving from the iMarketing site to any of the 20,000 stores, even a technically unprepared user can see in the address bar that he first goes to the site of the cashback aggregator, and then directly to the site of the store. Moreover, in the sales section, each investor can see in which stores the purchases took place, thanks to advertising created using his investment. We have repeatedly made inquiries to the largest stores, AliExpress, iHerb, and others about whether they work with iMarketing, and always received an affirmative answer that yes, iMarketing is one of their partners. A sane person understands that the named stores belong to the largest international corporations and, of course, respond exactly the way their business process works, and not to please iMarketing or anyone else. Is there a robot, the so-called MarketBot? As written on the iMarketing website, MarketBot is a technology that allows you to predict consumer demand, and then, in accordance with the results of this forecast, effective advertising campaigns are set up. And it doesn't matter whether this technology will be called MarketBot or something else, but the fact that advertising companies provide high income is obvious in the office of every investor, and we will talk about this in more detail when discussing fairy tale number 7. Stay with us. And now let's turn to fairy tale number 2. It all depends on the rate of cryptocurrencies. Once, when iMarketing was reconfiguring its business process due to the blocking of the Russian authorities, they were forced to suspend payments to partners for 1 month. A month later, the payments were restored and the partners received remuneration, including for this month. But in time, these technical changes coincided with the fall in cryptocurrency rates. Those who do not understand how the advertising business works have a suspicion that perhaps there is something in common between the processes that took place in iMarketing and in the crypto market. Further, this version was overgrown with a large number of fables and today is one of the most popular fairy tales. Are cryptocurrencies used in the iMarketing business? Yes, but only as a means of depositing and withdrawing money by those partners who find this method the most convenient. Fairy tale number 3: they want to run away with investors' money. It's a scam. In order to understand this fairy tale, let's recall the most characteristic features of scam projects. They have two main features. Scam projects exist for a maximum of several months, and sometimes only a few weeks. Scam projects are constantly actively calling for investment in them. What we see in iMarketing. First, this business has existed for more than 5 years. Second, millions of people around the world receive money from iMarketing without any investment at all, as a cashback from their own purchases. Fairy tale number 4: this is a pyramid. People very often confuse a multi-level business and a pyramid scheme. And if there is nothing bad in the MLM business, then something sharply negative emanates from the pyramid. Do you know what is the key difference between a multi-level business and a pyramid scheme? In a real MLM business, there is always a product. It can be anything: cosmetics, slimming cocktails, or advertising, as in iMarketing. And in this case, the participants in the business process are rewarded because there is a profit from the sale of such a product. And in principle, there is no product in the pyramid, there is simply a redistribution of funds from newly joining participants to those who joined earlier. We already talked about the fact that the main product of iMarketing is internet advertising in this program when analyzing fairy tale number 1. Fairy tale number 5: it is impossible to receive money without investments at all. For some reason, people are not surprised at all when they receive gifts, souvenirs from their friends and buddies. And what is a souvenir brought, for example, from vacation and presented to a friend? This is just a sign of good attitude, loyalty to this person. Some stores allow themselves the same manifestations of loyalty when they give gifts to their regular customers. This is their forced step due to high competition. Companies like iMarketing have built a business around this. They bring customers to specific stores, receive payments from those stores, and share them with customers. Do such buyers get money just like that, without investment at all? Formally, yes. But at a deeper level, the store pays the customer for choosing that particular store. Further, affiliate payments in iMarketing, can they be considered money received without investment? If you invited someone to iMarketing, then it means that you spent time and energy on inviting your friend. And these your efforts are paid by the partner reward. In fact, this is the same remuneration as a sales manager's one. Fairy tale number 6: they keep raising money through the NBO. At those moments when technical failures occur in iMarketing, competitors and scammers joyfully begin to talk about the alleged imminent closure of the company. Experienced partners of iMarketing have already observed this surface more than once, so they react to what is happening quite calmly. And doubting or still inexperienced partners begin to remember what happened in the scam projects in which they participated, before the closure of such projects. Most often, there is a collection of additional funds. But representatives of iMarketing, on the contrary, at the time of technical turbulence, asked not to deposit additional funds into the system. Here the logic of swindlers' accusers breaks down. How is it? There is no additional fundraising. At the same time, iMarketing's partners also work with INB Network, which is a partner of iMarketing. Despite the processes that are taking place in iMarketing, in the INB network, partners continue to receive bonuses for the work done earlier. And sometimes, in order to receive this bonus, partners need to buy internal currency, the NBO. This is the process that spiteful critics try to call an additional collection of money. But this argument does not stand up to criticism, because no one forces iMarketing partners to buy NBO at the time of technical restructuring. This can be done later, with the system fully operational and without any risks. Fairy tale number 7: it is impossible to get such a high income on a real business. And what is the highest income you can get in business? Of course, this depends on the business sphere. And today it is obvious that new spheres of business provide greater profitability than the business of previous generations. For example, IT is already more profitable than oil. This is clearly demonstrated by businessmen who replace the oil and gas businessmen all over the world. For example, compare Forbes lists today and 20 years ago. One of the most highly profitable types of IT business is advertising traffic arbitrage. The most competent specialists earn on it 200% minus 400% per month. As we know, advertising traffic arbitrage is the essence of the business process in marketing. Of course, getting a high income from customized advertising campaigns, iMarketing pays a significant reward to its partners. Those who want to, they can very easily sit down and calculate the economics of this process by themselves. And we will definitely invite traffic arbitrage specialists to AIM Radio in order to hear everything from the lips of professionals in an interview with them. Fairy tale number 8: iMarketing is an MLM business. Some partners believe that iMarketing is an MLM business. But this is a mistake. In iMarketing, there is only one level of affiliate remuneration. The presence of one level does not correspond to the concept of multi-level marketing. At the same time, iMarketing cooperates with INB network companies. But the key activity of the INB network is precisely the multi-level marketing. But it is important to understand that this is a separate company. And only 19% of the total number of iMarketing users work in parallel with INB network services. Fairy tale number 9: they had scams before. iMarketing has been actively working in the advertising market for more than 5 years. During this time, there were 4 major technical failures in the company's work, but after each of these failures, work was restored to full capacity and iMarketing's partners received all their remuneration to the penny, of course if they were working according the iMarketing and INB network systems rules. If you want to learn more about this, listen to the program History of iMarketing on the AIM Radio. Fairy tale number 10: they have mobile apps that you can use instead of a website. It is not true. The representative of iMarketing at the briefings with partners has repeatedly reported that only the company's website is available to iMarketing users. The company does not have any mobile apps published on either Apple Store or Google Play. However, if we turn to Google Play and Apple Store, we will see mobile applications appearing regularly, similar in visual and color scheme to iMarketing. Be careful, these are scammers. The essence of the fraudulent scheme is as follows: the user downloads the application, enters the login and password from his account into it. The application saves this data and thus the fraudsters receive data with which they can enter the user's real account on the iMarketing website and dispose of his money. Dear listeners of AIM Radio, if you have heard something else about iMarketing that causes you doubts, write in the comments to this issue, and we will definitely check it and share the details with you in the next editions of AIM Radio. Stay tuned.